So, it's been a while since I've done a viewer's team video. The last time, we had Mississippi King come in with their shiny Meganium, and that team was really fun nonetheless. Today's team is going to be from FireRed and LeafGreen, and it comes from the viewer, Grail the Legendary Hero. First off, love the name. We like Ike, and we also like Gwaine, one of Dayan's 4 original writers. Easily one of my favorite characters from the Tellius games on the Nintendo GameCube and on the Wii. But back to Pokemon. Grail took a much different approach than what I was expecting the majority of Kanto teams to look like. You'll see what I mean as we go through the team. Before we start though, I have a new channel called Mystic Reads where I read anime fanfics, so if that's up your alley, consider checking it out. Also, over on Mystic Umbreon Shorts, we're doing 5 facts about every single Pokemon every single day. So if you like Mystic Umbreon daily content, check out both those channels. Links will be in the iCard and the description below. Starting off, Grail chose their starter Pokemon, being Bulbasaur. And of course, they eventually evolved it in the Venusaur at level 32. I've established multiple times that I believe Venusaur is the best Kanto starter. So right off the bat, in terms of bias and in-game viability, I approve. They also chose a moveset for Venusaur, being Razor Leaf, Sleep Powder, Leech Seed, and Strength. This is a pretty standard set more or less. Razor Leaf for stab, Sleep Powder for status, Leech Seed for stall and recovery, and Strength for the HM usage. The Venusaur line does great for the early parts against Brock and Misty, and still holds value to the late game, especially with its bulk and offensive capabilities. Venusaur is just a well-balanced Pokemon that can come in handy at any time. So I don't need to get into why I think Venusaur is great. This is a repetitive sequence on this channel. The next Pokemon they chose was Spearow, and of course later evolved it into Fearow at level 20. I can't argue when it comes to Fearow being one of the best flyers to choose from in the Kanto games. I'm a Dodrio man, but Fearow is practically the same stats-wise. Plus, you also get it earlier, being accessible at the very beginning of the games. Having a flyer is necessary for these games, and Fearow plays that role very well. The moveset they chose was Fly, Drill Peck / Aerial Ace, Secret Power, and Hyper Beam. Aerial Ace is obviously the move they chose before they put on Drill Peck. So this moveset is pretty standard. There's nothing really to see here, it's just your typical flyer. Thirdly, they chose Dugtrio. Don't really need to get into much. Fast ground type for Lieutenant Surge, and having a ground type is a solid choice for Kanto. The moveset they chose for Dugtrio is Earthquake, Dig, or Magnitude, depending on what level you have it, and Slash and Rock Tomb. I like Rock Tomb for the speed drop. Solid idea, and it also gives coverage for the flying types. So nice job there. These first 3 Pokemon are relatively standard for what you would see on some kind of Kanto best team. Not mine specifically, but pretty standard for a playthrough of the Kanto games. However, the second half of the list is where this team really caught me by surprise. Starting the second half of the team is Vaporeon. 1, they used an evolution. Fantastic choice. 2, just hear these moves. Surf, Ice Beam, Rain Dance, and Toxic. Grail built a weather team for an in-game playthrough. For how many years I've been making teams and playing Pokemon, I've never even thought about this aspect being a thing. As Pokemon fans, I feel we immediately think weather teams are for competitive use only, and we totally scrape the idea of getting this creative for an in-game playthrough. I'm just dumbfounded because the idea has never at all crossed me, not even once. Vaporeon is their surfer though, and it's got some very nice bulk to boot, alongside some nice special attack. Vaporeon is the one who sets up the rain. Who are the other 2 members that execute the rain fully though? Let's find out. The 5th Pokemon they chose is Magneton. Right off the bat, it's pretty easy to tell what they were going for. Having rain and 100% thunder accuracy is very powerful. 120 base power and stab is going to be hitting like crazy. The whole moveset though is Thunder, Thunder Wave, and Screens. I think this is a unique way to run Magneton, and it's creative, especially with the screens. Are screens needed? No. But what can Magneton really get access to in Gen 3? There is 100% zero accessibility to Steel Stab. However, its Steel typing is still very useful, especially when it comes to taking on Sabrina and her Alakazam. You can set up Light Screen in the early battle and just proceed to bash her team down with Thunder. Wait, Magneton can get Light Screen in later gens, but not in Gen 3? That's strange. Bulbapedia and Pokemon Database says it actually can't. But Grail was actually able to use Light Screen? What's the right answer to this? Can Magneton get Light Screen in Gen 3 or not? Please let me know in the comments below. Regardless, it's still typing Resist Sabrina and still helps. Also, being able to paralyze is nice. Crippling your opponent's speed is very good. Against a speedster Pokemon like Alakazam, this can help out a lot. Lastly, is the key member for the rain being the Swift Swimmer, aka the thumbnail Pokemon. The last member is Kabutops. Kabutops is a very fun choice because it's rare that I see anyone choose a fossil Pokemon. I say that because even though you can get the Dome Fossil in Mount Moon, the fact you have to take it all the way to Cinnabar Island, which is where you get the 7th badge, mind you, it's very, very late. But obviously Commander Grail had the patience, and they wanted to use it, so props to them. Also, Lord Domex anyone? The moveset they chose for Kabutops is Rock Slide, Aerial Ace, Mud Shot, and Giga Drain. Some viewers might think it's a bad thing to not have any Water-type attacks. I disagree. Water-type moves are special in Gen 3, and Kabutops' special attack is questionable, being a base 65. You combine the Rain and Swift Swim ability though, you're outspeeding literally everything in your playthrough. Lance's team looks like a clean sweep if you ask me, especially having Stab Rock Slide. Kabutops can also run through Blaine if you choose to level it up sooner and grind it out. I would personally encourage this, especially if you want it to be useful. So what do I think of this team? Honestly, I love it. I've never thought about ever running a rain team for an in-game playthrough, let alone Generation 3. Gen 5 at least gave us unlimited weather, but having to come up and set up weather with Vaporeon every time could be a pain. But nonetheless, it sounds like it could be a lot of fun. Grail, I'm not gonna lie, dude. You're making me want to whip out my FireRed copy and my SP to try this team out. I could do it on ROM, but this team doesn't require anything strenuous. It can all be done within the game's parameters. No trading, genning, or anything to that magnitude. I would totally recommend this team if you want to take a new approach on playing Pokemon, especially the older games. Not to mention, I've never really given the opportunity to the fossil Pokemon of the game, just simply due to the fact because of their in-game availability. The other Pokemon are super simple to get more or less. I guess the only real downside is Kabutops. But at the same time, Kabutops is the main attacker on the team that goes well with the rain, with the Swift Swim ability. I love weather teams, and this team is unique enough to make me want to try it myself. So shoutouts to the commander of the Grail Mercenaries for creating a unique team and giving me a reason to whip out the old Game Boy Advance SP. I need something to do pre-Scarlet and Violet anyway, and this looks like it could be the way to do it. Well, that wraps up Grail's team. What did you guys think about this? Would you consider trying it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, be sure to provide me with some teams you think I would be interested in using. I don't really have any specifics in what I look for, so it could be completely random. I will say though, I'm craving X and Y right now. If you guys have any interesting Kalos teams, please let me know down in the comments below. Hey, it's the outro. Isn't that exciting? Thank you for enjoying another Mystic Umbreon video. We're getting ready to enter the fall, and the final stretch of hype for Scarlet and Violet is here. The excitement for Pokemon's 9th generation is at its peak, and I couldn't be more excited. We've still got plenty to cover before then though, so keep yourselves locked in. If you're interested in more Mystic content, check out my TikTok and Mystic Umbreon Shorts channel. If we get the 10K followers on TikTok, and we're super close, I'll be doing a viewer's choice video. Also, if you're into fanfictions and what ifs, check out Mystic Reads. I offer a ton of creative spoken word content on there, so come and join me. That's all for now. Make sure you subscribe for more fantastic content, and I'll see you next time.